ladies and gentlemen. It is like 100 degrees here in Tulare, California, and tonight we are going to be racing here at the Tulare ThunderBowl. Welcome back to today's video. Happy to have you guys hanging out with us here today. You can see the racetrack behind me. I'm currently standing in the infield of turns 3 and 4. Now, Tulare is one of the more well-known West Coast racetracks, and that is for its reputation of just being absolutely wild. You literally never really know what to expect when you roll in the pit area here. It can be rough, it can be fast, it can have a massive cushion, it can get really slick, and usually has a pretty good on-track product. So we're gonna be getting our night started. This is just a King of Thunder 360 weekly show. I believe they're expecting anywhere from 25 to 30 cars in the pits. Should be a fun night of action, and we are gonna be getting it all started here soon with the pit meeting and then right into engine heat, hot laps, and qualifying. Well, 23 cars tonight here at the Tulare ThunderBowl, so just enough for kind of a complete show. They rushed right into hot laps and qualifying. I drew a 68, which I think is exactly what I drew at the KWS show, so not a very good pill draw, especially when it's out of 75. So we were the second to last group of 3 to go out here for group qualifying, and track got really slick in a hurry. I mean, it didn't have much grip to start, but there was at least a little bit of a lane in 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 was much dirtier. So we went out for qualifying, didn't make too many changes from hot laps because I actually felt pretty good and we had a solid time. We were really not far off for when we went out. And my main mistake in the 3 laps that I got is just in 1 and 2. Like from the center of the corner all the way down the backstretch with Tulare, just how it is. You know, when it gets slick, you even actually lose a lot of grip on the straightaways and lose a lot of speed. It's about carrying that momentum. So I was the best I feel like I've ever been here in 3 and 4. Like I ripped it right up there by the wall, not much of a cushion, more just grip. But 1 and 2, I just couldn't get through the corner. And I think I probably just needed to enter a little lower and try to just, you know, get closer to that inside wall where there was some grip. But as I talked about, I was trying to carry some momentum. So I think they took the top 12 and inverted for the heats, and we were 13th. So we're gonna probably be rolling off from the 3rd row of heat race number 1. Make some changes. It's gonna be a pretty quick night. As I said, racetrack's going slick, which is what we like, but we just gotta stay on top of it with the good field of cars we have to try to be up front.
Joel Myers Jr. up there on the front row with Logan Forler. Again, Logan out of action the last couple of years, just returning to sprint car racing this year in car number 2L.
heat races are complete, and to talk a little bit about tonight's races and a little bit of the frustration, started 5th and finished 5th. I thought we had maybe an opportunity to, you know, move forward. Racetrack's really slow, which usually means you have to move around a lot. You gotta have your car good, and it gives us drivers more of an opportunity to pass. The best reference I can give you is the racetrack for most is about 2 seconds slower than where we qualified. We were in like the low 15-second bracket, and most guys are high 16s and low 17s as we're rolling through the heats. We talked about how the bottom was really good in qualifying in 1 and 2, but actually once they started racing with momentum, you know, guys started to run more the line than I was running in qualifying. I was kind of searching around trying to go where guys in front of me weren't, and I still just need to be a little bit better down on that end. But it's funny, as I talked about 3 and 4 in qualifying, how good I felt, same thing with the heat race. You know, there's something to lean on. You can get up there, and where our car is set up, I feel probably the most confident and best I've ever felt on that end here at Tulare, which is something to be happy about. But man, we just got to work on 1 and 2 a little bit. So we're going to be rolling off deeper in the same main event, going to watch the rest of the heats, the dash, see what they do as far as track prep goes, and try to make our car better throughout the night. So I'm putting some tear-offs on for the A-main event, which, you know, that means they just reworked it. You saw some footage. They had the tiller out. They originally watered the surface, then went around and tilled not only the bottom and the top, but also the middle. And also the sun is down, so this throws, you know, a lot of flags in the air, I guess you could say, and in question marks on what to do. You know, is it gonna hold up? Is it gonna go away? Is it gonna get slick? You know, how do we need to set up our race car to be fast on lap 1 and lap 30? So we're gonna make some adjustments. We kind of feel like it's gonna hold up a little bit more than it's gonna go away. And also with us starting deeper, we gotta be good early, and if we fall off late, we fall off late. You know, we gotta be able to pass cars and try to move forward, you know, while everyone else might be bound up in traffic and possibly too tight if it is, you know, really fast. So we're gonna make some adjustments, and then we'll be heading out here soon. Just getting my belts on now. 30 laps ahead of us. I think we're rolling off from 15th, so that would be the 8th row inside starting position. So deep, I think we got about 10 cars behind us, a 23, 24 car field. It's gonna be a little bit about survival with how fast the track is, but I think if we're good early, you can hear us calling them right now. If we can be good early and make some moves, we can gain spots quickly. You know, early on is when everyone's gonna be together, bunched up, and we need to run some good laps and just try to, you know, do our own thing. But anyway, strapping in now, excited to be here at Tulare. Really like this track. It's been kind of different every single time we've hit it, between qualifying, heat race, and now a main event. But I think we're going the right direction, and now we're just gonna find out.
Be patient, watch any cars ahead of you. Honestly, I would like since you're so far back, maybe go where they're not at that point, you know? Travis, find your line. What? Yep. So you'll be fine. Anything happens, I'll be in the hot pit.
Steele in row 2, Craig Stidham and Joel Myers Jr. in row number 3, Logan Forler and DJ Netto in row 5, Michael Long.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's windy, it's cold. Just finished up our night here in Tulare. We have a fan that wants to be in the video. What's your name, sweetie?
Morgan.
Morgan, and where are you from?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield. Is this your first time in Tulare? You know?
No, but we've been there like 10 times already.
Well, that's sweet. It's an awesome racetrack tonight. We started 15th and ran 7th. Great to have all the fans here for a local Friday night show. We're gonna load the 18T up, head to a local shop. We got a swap from our 360 to 410, and we will be ready for the Colorado Speedway tomorrow with the King of the West sprint cars. There you go. Good job. Well, we are all loaded up here after our Friday night show at the Tulare ThunderBowl. Started 15th and went +7 to finish 8th. Made up a ton of ground in that first half of the race, and some of it was frustrating, some of it was really exciting. We went 15 laps green straight before we had a yellow, and at that point I went 15th to 10th. Then we had a restart and I actually went 10th to 7th, but the yellow came out. And that was quite possibly the most mad I've ever been in my car. I was so mad under the yellow because I passed 3 really good cars and I showed them the line that I used to do it and they all saw it. So I thought I was screwed. I'm like, it's gonna be way more difficult now to pass those guys again. And somehow on that restart, we go in the corner and one of them biked up and it got them all bottled up through the middle. And I rolled the bottom and passed the same 3 cars again. And then a couple laps later, I moved into 6th. So by lap 20, I was right on the outside of the top 5 and I was pumped. I felt like I was moving really well. I was running the bottom of 1 and 2, a little bit rough down there. You know, a couple times I biked up. It was really easy to upset your car, and I was running the fence in 3 and 4. And that was quite possibly the most confident and best I felt running a curb like that. There wasn't a whole lot to it. It wasn't, you know, anything crazy. It just was on the wall, but our car was free enough and good enough to be able to run up there and then also run the inside on the opposite end. So I thought that was really neat. Kind of got behind 5th, looked like I might be able to catch them, but then I kind of stalled out. We had a restart late with 3 laps to go. I tried to put myself in a spot where I could pass a car or 2, ended up losing 1 position to come home 7th. As a race car driver, nights like this are so frustrating. If we would have qualified 1 spot better, we would have started farther up in our heat race, which could have led to a better A main event starting spot, but you just can't win these races starting as far back as we did. You know, at one point, once we were close to the top 5, we were all on the same straightaway as the leaders. So in reality, you know, we're right there. The speed is there. I felt like the racecraft and how it all played out was there. We just start behind them. We just now need to start up front there with them. The only complaint I had was midway through the race, it seemed like the engine was starting to stumble a little bit and it just wasn't running at 100% potential. I don't think it was necessarily hurting or, you know, it got hurt at all. And it wasn't even running hot, but just something just was not quite right. So we're going to investigate that because I think that was huge, especially when you're trying to create momentum and power around the top side. And even when I need power to pull me off the grip on the bottom and it starts stumbling, that's not good. But anyway, that is our night here at the Tulare ThunderBowl. Glad we went forward, especially on a very tough and difficult racetrack. Just want to give a shout out to my crew, Brian, Crockett, my dad, and Carly, as well as my mom, Carissa, On-Site Screeners, Fast 4 Media, Lafarge North America, Carson Oil, Earth Environmental, QRC, Next Gen Def, Pit Stop USA, and Bullseye Design and Print, as well as ABC Powder Coating. Those guys make it possible. It was a fun night, a little bit of an uphill battle, but as I said, our goal is we got to have better pill draws. We got to have better starts to the night because I feel like our speed is there in A main event action and our racing is there, but man, we got to start ahead or with the fast guys, not behind them. So that's how I'm going to end this. We now have some work to do to get the 360 out and the 410 in, and we will be headed to the Colorado Speedway tomorrow. Deuces.